and thank you for joining me today as we mark more progress on the Savannah Arena. More on that in a moment. I'm glad to have with me Alderman Nick Palumbo from the 4th District and Alderwoman Linda Wilder Bryant from the 3rd District. The COVID-19 situation in our community is worsening. All metrics point to a very high community spread. Our community transmission index is still almost 4 times greater than the 100 necessary to be considered a county with high community spread. Our cumulative test positivity rate has been greater than 10% for more than 2 months, and hospitalizations and deaths remain increasing. Our recent data shows Chatham County now at a 12% positivity rate. So I can't reiterate just how dangerous this disease is and how important it is for us to make sure we're protecting our families and our neighborhoods. Please, we ask our citizens to continue to be smart about this. Okay. Do 4 certain things. Wear a mask, watch your distance, wash your hands, and get the vaccine when it's available to you. And then, of course, if you feel like you have COVID-19 symptoms, go ahead and get tested. For vaccines, we're still in phase 1A+, which means shots are limited to healthcare workers, emergency first responders, individuals aged 65 and older, caregivers of those 65 and older as well. If you are in any of these categories, go to gachd.org, gachd.org/vaccine to check availability and book an appointment. If you don't have internet access or need help scheduling, you can call 912-230-5506, 912-230-5506. And please understand in advance that telephone wait times may be long. You can book an appointment up to 8 days in advance. If you do not see any available appointments, please check back the next day. The website is for booking your first dose only. You will schedule an appointment for your second dose during your first. And as a reminder, the Chatham County Emergency Rental Assistance Program can help households unable to pay rent and utilities due to the COVID-19 pandemic. A total of $8.7 million is available. For more information, any Chatham County resident in need of rental assistance should contact the United Way at 211 or 912-651-7730, 912-651-7730, or the Economic Opportunity Authority at 912-438-8077, 912-438-8077, or go online to eoarentalassistance.itfrontdesk.com, eoarentalassistance.itfrontdesk.com. I'm also pleased that we have finished the first part of the Broughton Street project. I went out there Friday with city staff to check on it as we were moving forward. We will have to have some courageous conversations because although it's a beautification process, it's also a significant infrastructure process. And what we're going to have to determine is whether the pain from the beautification and infrastructure is worth proceeding at this time. So we'll be continuing our conversations with our business owners on Broughton Street. Although it was painful, the business owners, I believe they are grateful that it is completed, and you will see that it is beautiful. I'm also pleased to announce that the Savannah City Council is still making progress on the development of the fairgrounds property. Proposals are being reviewed and vetted by the city manager's office, as is the normal process, and we expect to have them presented to the public, as we said we would, by the first week in April or so. I am absolutely, unequivocally dedicated to two things. One, that the Fairgrounds project is appropriately developed and consistent with the reasons that the city purchased this property in the first place, and probably even more important, that we protect the surrounding neighborhoods and the things that are important to them. Quality of life, traffic flow, drainage, among other things. We have done that before. Certainly this arena project, as long as it took, was the result of many conversations, but most importantly in the end, making sure that residents in the surrounding areas were not adversely affected. So while this project has been on our books for a few years, it is important, it is imperative, it is necessary that we get it right. Our residents demand that, our residents deserve that. And as I shared previously, it is a priority for us to see Savannahans building this, Savannah's new arena, and making sure that people are able to attain the skills to lead our community members to future high-wage opportunities. Today, I'm pleased to introduce a new plan to intentionally do what we said: increase local participation for the remainder of the Savannah Arena project. As you can see, we are now putting boots on the ground for real. We have a dedicated office here on site for individuals designated by the city to keep an active, vigilant, and watchful eye on the progress of this project and local worker participation. We trust, but we verify. Former long-term city employee John Sawyer, who is certainly no stranger for infrastructure projects and construction projects around our community, has been tapped to serve as our project manager, and Miranda Lumpkin-Lotson from the city's economic development team will serve as our arena workforce and DBE manager. And so these two will work in tandem, cooperatively, to be the city's check and checkmate to make sure we're doing the things that we said that we were going to do. Together, we're going to ensure that we complete this job not only on time and on budget, but we also have a qualified local workforce. We'll soon also meet with our DBEs and local businesses to ensure that their experience is appropriate to what was promised. And I appreciate Worksource Coastal and our Economic Development Department. Sharon Morgan is here with us for their efforts in launching this new, more robust, more directed, more specific effort to engage the local workforce in the building of our arena. Additionally, I thank the rest of Team Savannah, our City Manager Michael Brown, Brett Bell, our Chief Operations Officer, and the many, many men and women from the City of Savannah who continue to work on and manage the successful completion of this arena. Last week, about 200 people attended the local arena job fair that we had at the Civic Center. It was a cool and rainy day, but we had 200 folks to show up. And the next one will be held on March the 13th at the Civic Center. If you're looking for a job, if you're looking for an opportunity, if you've been criminally justice involved and you need that next chance, if you need skills, this is an opportunity. Please share this with them. In addition to this effort, the Savannah Economic Development Team is also working to provide knowledge and resources to existing and aspiring small business owners through a continuing educational series. If you'd like more information on this for available classes, please visit savannahga.gov/calendar, savannahga.gov/calendar, or the events tab on the city's Facebook page. I will invite the city manager to make any comments he has, and then we'll take your questions. Can I? Ms. Manager?
Good afternoon. Is that okay sound-wise? I'm Michael Brown, and I've been back since November. Before that, I was city manager from 1995 to 2010. I'm pleased to say, Mayor, that my wife, who's both at the age and the health risk, she got her second inoculation this morning at the health department, and she reported that it went very smoothly. So I hope everybody paid attention to the mayor in being safe and getting ready to schedule your vaccination. But I'm here today. You haven't seen much of me, and the reason is because I'm working with the elected officials and with staff to get these projects to go as they should. All you have to do is turn around and look at it and see the complexity and the difficulty of such a project. It takes all of the team that the mayor said. I'm happy to say I was one of the people that said it should actually be here in West Savannah for all the many reasons, because of its history, its people, and its long-standing contribution to our economy. So this is a project that, yes, it's a destination, but the improvement of wage levels, of skill levels, of employment, those are, in my mind, as important as the seats and the performance areas. How do we do this? How do we not harm the neighborhoods, as the mayor said, but to make this of and from and part of the neighborhoods? We do that by hiring every single capable person from these areas, and yes, these are disadvantaged and minority neighborhoods. These are African American neighborhoods. So I'm pledging with the mayor, with our partners such as WorkSource, working with veterans, union members, this is the place you can get information and try to match your job skills up with the project. But beyond that, how can we bring more small contractors to jobs like this? Every big contractor, they started out small. How does the city improve that? So I intend to try to do that, Mayor. More workers, more small businesses, and more local opportunities. And you'll see more to come in the coming weeks. So I'm accepting that challenge, Mayor, to do better at this job. And also to do better even at construction management, because I too share, like, does this benefit us? Broughton Street is very difficult because it's got old water, old sewer, or old storm line, and sometimes the fix seems as bad as the problem. Well, in this case, imagine being out of water for weeks and months on end. So, Mayor, we're going to try to do better at these jobs. But to conclude, the team that you introduced is devoted to getting more local, neighborhood, minority, African American employees and contractors, and then to help them grow. And we pledge to support that effort just as we do the construction of the project. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you.
And we want to include on that the importance that our unions have played, and our labor, and certainly our Working Savannah Task Force in ensuring that they remain engaged as well. I wanted to recognize Patrick Whipperman from AECom Hunt. There's our partner out here. And as you can see, I don't know if you want to say something, Patrick, but you want to say something? He wants to? No? You want to give an update? Come on, let us know what we're looking at. Because wherever it is, it's a bunch of stuff going on.
Hi, everybody. I'm Pat Whipperman with AECom Hunt. I'm the project executive on the project. And you can see up there, we are diligently working our best to enclose the building by the end of April. We are 9 months away from where we're trying to turn this over, and I'm happy to report to the mayor that we are on time and on budget in order to meet those dates, which is really exciting. On the east side, unfortunately you guys can't see it, but we are starting to put the glass in on the building for the enclosure, and we'll continue to work our way around on the south. We are halfway through with our roof trusses that we have up in the air. The next one is scheduled to go up right after this press conference, hopefully, if the winds would just please die down. And we're anticipating being, again, like I said earlier, enclosed by the end of April to allow us to continue with all the interior stuff and all of the finish trades that we need to do. And that's why the mayor's initiative to get as many local people here as possible, this is when we need them. We need them to come in and finish the interiors, get that work completed with that massive amount of additional labor effort. How's that for you, Mr. Mayor?
That's good.
Excellent. Thank you.
And I want to thank Patrick. Of course, as you know, I live less than a half a mile from here. I pass by here every day. And I will tell you, cold, in the rain, in the dark, there are people out here working on this site. So we thank you for that and thank the men and women working out here. We're going to get this done, and this is going to be the jewel of the Southeast when it's all completed. That ends our prepared remarks, and I'll answer any questions on any of the aforementioned topics or anything else you have.
How many people are you guys looking into this new workforce to kind of gather up to help on this project?
How many? The question I believe was how many people are we expecting?
Or hoping to get.
I believe it was 200 at any given time on here. Again, as the crafts coming in and out, you know, you need different people. So again, our goal is we know we need bodies. Some of it is just labor, but we want to make sure we have opportunities. We want this to be a legacy project so that when people leave here, again, that fathers and mothers can bring their sons here and say, Mommy and Daddy helped build this. And that's what makes a project a change agent for a community. Hi.
I know you talked about it a little bit on your Facebook, but the announcement of the mass vaccination locations and just kind of what your thoughts are right now with that.
Right. Well, the question was about the vaccination sites, the mass vaccination sites. You know, again, we found out here in Savannah, like everyone else, you know, Savannah to me is strategically and logistically situated because of where we are, not necessarily and totally for Savannah, but for everything around Savannah. So for us, although we're a major city and certainly the major city on the coast, our closest mass vaccination location is about 156 miles away in Macon. Augusta is not a site either. So, you know, I don't know how they came up with it. It is in the end what it is. For us, we've done well thus far, but we know that as these mass vaccination sites ramp up, you know, we know that our status can change. So we'll continue to work with our Coastal Health District, continue to get shots in arms, continue to provide support, and the state will just do what the state will do.
I got one question. Do you have a theory, have you talked to people about why the COVID numbers are much closer in Chatham County and Savannah than they are maybe statewide?
Well, if you look across the nation, and numbers are starting to go down. Our numbers are still relatively high, and I think that's just part of the influx of a couple of things.
Because we were low initially.
Right. We were lower than most of the places. That's one of the things. And then secondly, if you look, I mean, our city is wide open for the most part. We still have people coming here from all across the country, and unfortunately, many of them are not wearing masks. They're not taking those proactive measures, and absent a mask mandate from the state that requires people to wear a mask in private places, it is very difficult to be able to manage it. And so we recognize that. We know our weather is getting better. We know more people will be coming. And so we're just trying to hold on and make sure that our numbers don't raise even higher. Anything else? All right, well, we want to get you all out the rain, but please feel free. Mr. Patrick is here, and I'm sure whatever B-roll and things you can get, you really see this coming into shape. And I'm told that the day will come where all of this is closed in, and we won't see anything at all because all the work will be happening on the inside. So we're looking forward to that day. And again, we're Savannah first, not Savannah only, but Savannah first, and we're going to be Savannah strong. And we're going to get these projects done in a way that is respectful to our communities, even during this pandemic. God bless you all, and thank you all so much for coming.